So you do have an influx of applications for Turning Point USA chapters on campuses across the country. And a lot of this is the reason why we've seen so many teachers, especially not just students, but teachers at a lot of these schools celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk across the country. This is why this is all happening, is because evil has completely consumed the education system in America. Part of the reason why Trump is trying to get rid of the Board of Education and bring education back to the states at a state level on a state by state basis and take it away from being federal, because that's how they were able to mass indoctrinate students all across the country. There's no barrier, there's no separation between the federal government and the students because they're being brainwashed across the board. But it needs to happen is all of the schools go back to the states, and each state decides how to govern the school system in their state. So children can be taught based on how the parents who live in those states want them to be taught. That is the way it always was and needs to go back to that. So hopefully he's successful with that. But you have teachers celebrating the death of a young man who not too long ago was a student himself. And that really is a sad day. But this is also part of the reason why we see homeschooling skyrocket over the last 20 years in the United States, because parents especially, are tired of their children being indoctrinated. So they took matters into their own hands. There are millions and millions of people, young people today, that are homeschooled. And the millennials, their kids, Gen Alpha, they are going to be the most homeschooled generation in a very long time. Again, another turning point is all the more reason why people are getting away from the school system is because the very teachers that are supposed to care about young people and their minds and educating them and free thought and expression are the same people who are cheering and celebrating over the death of somebody who practiced exactly that, going out and having conversations with people, not judging the people he's talking with, but just hearing what they had to say, debating them in a healthy way, and then imparting knowledge onto them. He was a nonviolent, peaceful person who literally did the type of things that teachers are supposed to enjoy and encourage their students to do, have open debates and discussions about big ideas, and then come to a reasonable conclusion. And we've gone a long way from that in this country.